Hey guys, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are on the planet. How are you doing today? Let's go straight to Zwift. Beginner-friendly events. If it doesn't need to be a race, you can do a pace partner ride. Those go to very easy, easy pace. Oh, let me see. Let me show you. Once I load up the Zwift. If my core sensor wakes up. Hello. There we go. Sometimes you need to shake it real good. It's not like a workaround. You need to shake it to wake it up. But so what you can do is write with detailer. It's 1.1 watts per kilo. You've got two different ones to choose from. One is a little more hilly. One is Tempus Fugit, which is completely flat. And that is basically a group ride that's really, really easy. And you can go up with the power if you so desire. That's what I would recommend. Also, you can do some group rides that are, in the events tab, but that's always hit or miss. There could be people who will go faster. So the pace partners, I would say, are the safest bet. So today we are doing What's of the Wild route. It's the third race of the FRR New Year's to RoadtoA. And I need to correct myself from yesterday. Yesterday I said that you are always the most tired before the second race. And my legs are actually pretty mushy right now after yesterday's climbing session. But this route should be more up my alley. There are two climbs on this route. One is Jarvis Island climb, and the second one is Titan's Grove. Neither of those are super difficult on itself, but obviously the ride is as difficult or as easy as the group allows, so we'll just have to wait and see. I expect the group is going to make it very hard once again. Hey Nicholas, how are you? I've adjusted the position of my handlebars a little bit. The hoods. Hopefully that will feel good. Oh, it's sticky. Sticky from all the sports drinks. Oh, yeah. You're right. It happens occasionally. Let me fix that. It happens when I do not have the display capture in OBS selected. Now it should be okay. So yesterday we've arranged our Christmas Uber pretzel ride. That one is going to be banded, so you can join whatever skill level you are and you won't be dropped. You will go together as a group. The link to join the ride is at the top of this stream in the chat. It's on December 29th, 4 p.m. European time. So if you have the time and desire, please join. You are very welcome. I suppose about 4.5 hours. But I will be streaming so we can hang out on the stream, talk, and we'll go all the faster. And we can go as easy or as hard as you want. Hey Steven. How's your legs? Mine feel like crap and it's only 175 watts. Well, it's the second hardest route on Zwift, so. But it's probably the best way to earn the badge. So yesterday I PR'd the Epic KOM by 3 minutes. I needed to verify on Strava to make sure it is not a glitch. To be honest, I'm not sure, Kay. If anyone knows, feel free to answer. You can take a coffee break, yeah. 100%. But I don't know if you stop, if you can get back. I think you can rejoin only for some time though. I don't know for how long. Well, this definitely feels way harder than it should. Thank you, and good luck to you as well. Yesterday the warm-up felt way better. It's third one. Fourth one is tomorrow. I think it is some sort of average of the group, yeah. A little easier, yeah, for some people, but it's still Uber pretzel. Okay, I'm going to pass on that 360 interval. I don't think I will get benefit of that. Quite the opposite. Very tired legs. Ugh. Yeah, I think the bandit ride is going to be perfectly suitable for Christmas challenge as an opportunity to gain the badge in a safe environment. I usually love it, but today my legs are really protesting. Mm. All right. That didn't give me great deal of confidence in this race, to be honest. But that's the thing about stage races. You need to go even if you are tired, if your legs are fatigued, if you do not want to. That's how this works. So that's what we are going to do. I don't want to either, to be honest. But then again, there are not like crazy climbs today. Both Jarvis and Titans are fairly fast and draftable, especially Jarvis. Yeah, I think so. I think everyone's hurting. That's the good thing about those stage races that are like private. You know, that the general public cannot join in just for one. Because if each race there was a fresh supply of fresh people, that would be really bad. But we are all in the same position. And if the other guys handle it better, then good for them. I remember the third stage of the Tour Britannia was an individual time trial. Like 15 minutes in, I didn't want to continue because my legs were so tired. And then somehow I did push through it and won my category. Yeah, about 20 people, yeah. In A. And then we have all other categories behind us. And each category is separated by 2 minutes. Hey, Charles, thank you very much. So there is 2 minute separation, mainly so the lower categories cannot draft off the faster riders and artificially improve their results. But if you have a bad day, you can drop to lower category and ride with them, which is good. And I honestly think that 1 minute separation would be enough. It would basically do the same thing. There is only one time slot for this series, 7:15 European. In the RoadtoA, it matters because the general classification in those bigger stage races is based on E-gap, and E-gap is basically your cumulative difference to winners in your time slots, which means that if you pick out easier time slots, there's like better chance for you to not lose E-gap. Is Zwift unlocked? I think so. I think we did it together. We were fighting in a sprint at the end. I think if you are registered, you can still complete other stages. And don't quote me on that, I'm not sure. But I think you can complete them, but you won't be counted in general classification or points classification and that sort of stuff. Would I consider Corona beer as shit beer? I don't know. I don't drink it. I don't personally like it very much, but that doesn't mean that someone else can like it. I would say with a good Mexican meal, why not? Jaren, I hope so too, thank you. The warm-up didn't give me high hopes, to be honest. Felt way harder than it should. Skip the last block. You know what? I will actually reposition my hoods a little bit because I made them too wide apart. It's actually very easy to adjust them, so I'm going to use that time to do so. It's very weird. I have fairly wide shoulders, so I set my hoods more apart and thought that would help, but it didn't. It doesn't feel good, to be honest. So I'm putting it back actually where it was. Like so, maybe. But the adjustability of Swift Right is incredible. Yeah, to be perfectly fair, I remember races where I felt like complete crap at the start, and I've done great, so that can happen. Yeah. It's only the hood position nomad though. I'm not fiddling with saddle height and fore and aft anymore. It never ends. But I mean, it is time to do these adjustments right now. Certainly before, I want to have it completely dialed in before RoadtoA. And I think I'm very close. I'm just... It is not that my hands are uncomfortable right now. I'm just testing if another position is going to be more comfortable, basically. And the first one I tried wasn't, so I've just put it back where it was, basically. Maybe a little bit more invert. Because what I think I would actually benefit from is wider handlebars and the hoods tilted inward. Because when I hold those handlebars, my what's it called? This like the arms ankle wrist. My wrist is like clamped. FR RoadtoA starts January the 3rd. I will do a video on that event because I think it deserves it, and exert workouts are bad as hard. Yeah, they are. Good luck, Steven. See you at the end. I like the shifter buttons actually, but I'm used to Swift Play, and Swift Play had totally shitty shifter buttons, so it's an improvement for me. I would prefer physical shifting like on outdoor bike, but better than nothing. I wouldn't remove bar tape. That would be a recipe for disaster. I'm actually inclined to put a different one because this is too thin. I'm used to thicker one. Adjustable handlebar width would be insane. Yeah, I've checked it. I've ridden this one actually in Swift Unlocked. It is a good route, I like it. I think it will go crazy on Jarvis though. Once again, I forgot about my fans. Not you. I didn't forget about you guys. Those on the floor. Where is everyone? I kind of prefer reverse if you ask me. So once again, we've got Coalition and the Virtu-slow teams. I didn't start recording here. My power pedals cannot be found, so I will not record today. It's about the same, 20 guys. Level 90. I was afraid for a little bit that my screen died with a flashing red. Not sure if that's a good idea. I think I did seen it, but I don't remember it. It also changes how you pedal, right? So with longer cranks, you've got more torque, can go easier with lower cadence, and vice versa. I do higher cadence, yeah. You don't get points. I think he's trying just, if someone is going to go with him, or if he can hold it. It's a brave. I respect that. Racing in this group is very mentally difficult because in times like this, they go super easy and they lead you into false sense of security. And then they basically go from 0 to 100 in few seconds. Thank you. Halfway through, in terms of distance at least. Another attack. The thing is, it is slow until it isn't. Maybe more than that, actually. This one does. The big tours don't.
Right on.
I'm basically riding on autopilot.
Right on.
Yes. A little bit. You can see today my heat strain index is 1.6. And yesterday it topped at 1.1, I think, even at the top of EPQM. So I think that's the effect of fatigue and reduced thermoregulation of the body. And my other feelings actually support that. I'm doing zone 1 power. I've got basically very low heart rate, and I still feel like I'm doing effort. As they say, go hard or go home, right? This guy is placing impressive attacks. Flamme Rouge Racing, frracing.com. I don't think so. I think he's alone. But if he's a climber, he's winning. And now it's time for the 56 kilo kids to shine. Hey, Jamie, thanks. Looks like we caught the guy at the front, though. Or is this orange one? I didn't expect I would survive the Titans whatsoever. With how I feel today, that was a miracle. I will tell you what work capacity is after this race. That feels good. I wouldn't have expected this result at the start, not by a long shot. The only thing I regret is I basically stole the sprint points from Steven, and I know he goes for sprint classification. But ultimately, I don't think this racing series mattered that much, and I needed a little bit of a confidence boost. Anyway, about work capacity. Work capacity is a metric that's expressed in kilojoules, and it is the amount of work that you can do above your threshold. Obviously, the more above threshold you go, the faster you deplete that store. It's basically number expression of your anaerobic stores. So the higher the wattage above your threshold, the faster you deplete that. But it's the total amount of work you can do while over threshold. So let's go to 45 for cooldown. That felt good. That finish. So basically, Jiro, and the way it works is there is this sort of teeter-totter effect in power duration model. Whenever you PR or do hard effort in short duration, that's primarily anaerobically driven, your work capacity goes up and your threshold goes down. When you do anaerobic effort, like 20-minute PB, your threshold goes up and your work capacity goes down. And when the model has sufficient data from all durations, it has your work capacity accurate and your threshold accurate. Good job to you as well. How did you finish? Let me inspect you. Oh, I beat you. Yeah, basically the more maximal efforts in various durations you have, the more accurate your model is. So ideally, the way it should work, how Dr. Andrew Coggan suggested it, is at the start of the training block, you should do a 2-week period of purely testing, and you should test your 30-minute max, your 10-minute max, your 15-minute max, your 30 seconds max, 2-minute max, all those durations. And when you have maximal efforts in all of them, then you can be pretty sure your FTP estimate is accurate and your work capacity estimate is accurate. And that is actually one of the biggest questions that most riders do, is they are way too focused on FTP. But especially when you are racing on Zwift, your FTP actually doesn't matter that much, because very rarely you are going to do efforts over 20 minutes. Yesterday we did on Epic OM, sure. If you race Alp, sure, then FTP matters. But if you do races like this, your FTP doesn't matter whatsoever, because you are going easy, 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 and then you punch it in the oblivion, and then you go easy as again. So that's where work capacity matters way more. Yeah, I can guarantee you don't have 50,000 work capacity. That would be better than Wout van Aert, I think. The reason why I wear gloves is my hands get very sweaty, and if I don't wear gloves, my hands slip on the handlebars and I got bruises. Thank you, Steven. And I'm sorry I took the points from you. I feel actually a little bad for that. I just needed a little confidence boost, if I'm honest. So hopefully you don't mind that much. If this was the main FR tour, I wouldn't have done that. But I actually shifted the front of my right a little bit. But you did great as well. I think the fact that we both survived the Titans is a big success. I didn't expect that. At least for myself. You can get your work capacity estimate for free in intervals.icu. You can get it on Exert. You can get it in training software like WKO5. And there are probably plethora of different, services and softwares where you can get it. I did fix my problems with power accuracy, but probably not in a way that you would expect. I got a different trainer. I got Van Rysel RCR, and that trainer is insane. Not only it is accurate basically to a watt, it basically is one-to-one with my power pedals, but it feels actually incredible. The inertia is better, it's very smooth. The shifting experience is a little different. You need to get used to it. It's like the shifting in Wahoo Kicker Core is like linear. You basically do like click, 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 and it goes up, up, up. Here, when you click, the resistance go up like exponentially. But once you get used to it, it feels really good. And as for the Wahoo Kicker Core 2, Wahoo offered me to exchange the trainer for a new one. So I will do that after the holidays. Currently, it's impossible basically to arrange a transport. And I don't want to deal with that, but after the holidays, I will do that. And it is made by Magenia. You get RCR tomorrow? Ha! Incredible, enjoy. Let me know how you feel about it. I'm super eager to hear your thoughts, because basically there is not many of those trainers on the market yet. It is available in Central Europe, basically in all decathlons around Central Europe. So in France, in Germany, in Czechia, in those countries, it is available, but I don't think it's available in UK, and it is definitely not available in the States. So I have a little hope that I'm going to be the first one to review it on YouTube. Fingers crossed. Gearmonger, we actually started a racing team. Well, we started a team for now, but we plan to turn it into racing team eventually. We were talking about Zwift Racing League in April, I think. That would be a good term to start racing, because obviously you need to build the riders base. But if you want to join, you are very welcome. Join the Discord and join the Road to Bonk team in Zwift. Just send me a message on Discord and I will add you to the team chat. Everyone is welcome. Yeah, ladder racing as well. I'm very eager to try those things, because especially I'm eager to try Zwift Racing League, because everyone is over the moon about it, and I've never tried it before, so I'm going to go to Squid Game distance, if you know what I mean. 28K is possible if you are strong anaerobically. I have about 24K, I think. I don't think intervals ICU is generous with FTP actually. It is a very basic power duration model, and it's only as good as the data you feed it. And basically, to have a good estimate, FTP estimate from a power duration model, you have to have maximal efforts in basically all durations, all relevant durations. So you need to have sprint, short anaerobic, long anaerobic, short aerobic, and long aerobic at the very least. And these need to be maximal efforts, not like 5-minute interval within the race. It needs to be best 5 minutes period. That's the weakness of power duration model. If you do not feed it accurate data, it's basically useless. And that's the way. That's the reason why I like Xorts more, because you still need your very close to maximal or submaximal efforts, but they can be done within races, because Xort actually calculates, if you're racing, it calculates your fatigue at different points in the race. And if you then do your 5 minutes max in the race, it is able to calculate your true 5-minute max and adjust the model for that. If that makes sense. If you're jumped to 48,000, it suggests to me that you are lacking long duration efforts, like maximal 30 minutes or maximal 40 minutes, something like that. And it might have jumped in a single day because your previous maximum rotated of the 90-day window, because all those models work with 90-day window. Exactly, Jamie. Yeah, exactly. If basically, if you're lacking long efforts, like maximal efforts in long durations, the system is underestimating your FTP and overestimating your work capacity, and vice versa. If you're lacking anaerobic efforts and you have long efforts, the system is overestimating your FTP and underestimating your work capacity. Right. That's going to be it for today. I've reached the Squid Game distance for 456. This was a very good race, especially with how I felt at the start. I honestly didn't even expect I would survive the Jarvis, especially after I had to skip the last interval of the warm-up. But once again, you can see that how you feel at the start doesn't necessarily broadcast how you are going to do. So, well done, Steve, as well. Thank you for joining. Tomorrow it's going to be race number 4. I don't even know what that race is. I suppose it's going to be the second climbing race, because this was technically the second sprint stage. So tomorrow it is probably going to be the second climbing stage. I do not look forward to it, but hey, it's Christmas. Let's enjoy some cookies, beer, unhealthy food, and just have a good time. Mayan mesh. Oh yeah, that's crap. Is it? Does it end at the top of the grate? You're on duty 24th at the hospital. Oh my god, man. Big respect to you. Huge respect to all healthcare workers who are working over the holidays. Right. So. Yeah, it's a party. Yeah, but it's basically those two consecutive climbs that I hate so much. Yeah, this is basically, if you look at the chart, this is how these races go. Basically, all three races were like this. It's basically nothing, 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 jump. Nothing, 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 jump. Insane. But that makes it fun. They are great climbs. I always dislike those two. Especially since they are back to back. And especially if that, let me actually check what Itza Party is. I'm not sure now. Is there great? What's that? It's a climb finish? No. It's a party. 45k, 500. So we go Titans. And the finish is okay. So it's basically Titans Grove and no. Oh, it's the Hilly KOM at the start. Woo, wow. So it's Hilly KOM at the start, then Titans Grove, and then those two Itza climbs. If it was just Titans and Itza, I would say like, fine. But the Hilly KOM at the start, that's a gut punch. Oh well. Tomorrow starts 7:15, stream starts 6:45 as usual now. Hopefully tomorrow I will be able to finish warm-up. But if not, at least I know that it is still possible to do well. Thank you for staying here with me, guys. Enjoy the rest of the day. See you tomorrow. Ciao.